losing their game today 4-1 against Nasarawa United in the northern side of the country, and now is placed second. Nasarawa United is third on the NPFL log with 50 points from 31 matches. Well, so far, Rivers United has lost 4 games on the bounce, from Shooting Stars game to Ikorodu City's game to Niger Tornadoes, now Nasarawa United. For Nasarawa United, bouncing back from that defeat against Remo Stars, now going to that game to win 4-1 against Rivers United. Looking at another result that came out a few minutes ago, that is Abia Warriors, Niger Tornadoes. Looking at the positions that these two teams are, Abia Warriors following the victory over Niger Tornadoes. Abia Warriors is now 5th on the NPFL log with 49 points from 31 matches, and Niger Tornadoes is 13th on the NPFL log with 39 points from 31 matches. I mean, going to a losing game after the victory over Rivers United. But the situation, that is how it is. Remo Stars still in the relegation waters despite the victory over Kwara United in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Well, we're getting more updates on the show this evening, talking Nigeria Premier Football League. And well, we keep checking updates on the show, and we are getting updates about the team called Enyimba International, as the coach of the side has been talking, saying the team will not relegate. Well, for the People's Elephant, the head coach of the team, Emmanuel Dush, has given a firm assurance that the People's Elephants will remain in the Nigeria Premier Football League despite their inconsistent performance in the current campaign. Coach Dush, a Cameroonian who has managed the plethora of Nigeria top flight clubs, spoke in Kano after the 9-time Nigerian champions went down 2-0 to host Kano Pillars in the 2025-2026 NPFL Match Day 31 fixture. Well, now looking at Enyimba International for their next game. Enyimba International will be facing Abia Warriors, that won its game today against the Niger Tornadoes. Well, Enyimba is closer to relegation. 36 points for Enyimba, 36 for Wiki Tourists, 36 for Remo Stars. So everywhere tight. It can't be like everywhere just blow. All right, check it out right now. This is 6:35 now. Let's check more updates on the show before moving to the other side. Well, we're getting good news coming from France. Update has it that Zinedine Zidane will succeed Didier Deschamps as a France national team head coach in the summer, with a verbal agreement already reached between the former Real Madrid star and the Fédération Française de Football (FFF). Didier Deschamps, departing from the France national team after 14 successful years, has been the worst kept secret in French football. And Zidane, who finished his second stint at Le Blanco manager in 2021, has been long destined for the role. Now, moving away from that, let's go to another national team at the moment. Well, Manchester United, I don't want to say this, bad news everywhere. Yes, that's what we are seeing here. Now, Manchester United duo Brahim Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko have withdrawn from their respective international squad for the match international fixture. Cameroon international Mbeumo had to be replaced in the United's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth on Friday after 71 minutes, and he has left the Cameroon squad as a precaution, according to the club's own website. As a result, he will miss the friendly clashes with China and Australia. Now, for Slovenian international, Sesko has been managing an unspecified issue for several weeks and has withdrawn from the Slovenian squad with the aim of fully recovering to ensure United end this season on top form. He therefore misses friendlies against Hungary and Montenegro. Now, let's talk about Arsenal. Not really good news for Arsenal fans. Yes, aside the EFL Cup loss to Manchester City, now Arsenal defender Gabriel Magalhaes has withdrawn from the Brazil squad with a knee injury following the Carabao Cup defeat to Manchester City. Gabriel played all 90 minutes of the 2-0 defeat at Wembley, but following the match complained of pain in right knee. He has therefore withdrawn from the Brazil squad for their friendly matches against France on March 26 in Boston and Croatia on March 31st in Orlando. Now, so remember, Arsenal did not play in the English Premier League, but let's take you straight to updates from the English Premier League with the result of games.
Eight matches were decided in the English Premier League matchday 31 over the weekend, with 22 goals scored and 2 red cards dished out. In some of the matches, Aston Villa defeated West Ham United 2-0 at the Villa Park. Tottenham Hotspur lost 0-3 at home against visiting Nottingham Forest, as Newcastle United fell 1-2 against Sunderland at the St James's Park. In other result of games, Leeds United and Brentford played out goalless, while Everton whitewashed Chelsea 3-0.
It's a great ball. Beto's in, and Beto scores the opening goal. Get in! It's a fantastic pass from James Garner, and it's a lovely finish from Beto. He guides it over the goalkeeper. What a lovely, lovely goal, and Everton get what they deserve. Plays it in field towards Fernandes. Idrissa-Gueye's got to win it, and he does. Brilliant by Idrissa-Gueye. Get on the right-hand side, sprinting forward. Beto, Dewsbury Hall, and Dye in support. Idrissa-Gueye, Beto on the turn. It's there! He scored again! Beto scores again! Everton lead by 2-0, and the big man is on the mark again. Idrissa-Gueye with the assist. Beto with the finish. Beto wins a great header. Iliman Ndiaye. Can he get goal side of Caicedo? He's got Dewsbury Hall in support. Iliman Ndiaye. What a goal! Iliman Ndiaye seals the deal for Everton. He took his time. He picked his spot. He found the top corner. Chelsea are done and dusted. Everton 3, Chelsea 0. Wow! What a finish!
Fulham at the Craven Cottage defeated 10-man Burnley 3-1. Defending champions Liverpool played 2-1 against Brighton and Hove Albion, while Bournemouth held Manchester United 2-2 at the Vitality Stadium.
Okay, updates from the English Premier League. Now, let's return to the EFL Cup and going straight to Manchester City. The man of the moment, that's Nico O'Reilly. Remember, he's got a brace against Arsenal. Now, Nico O'Reilly said he's hoping Manchester City have dealt Arsenal a blow ahead of the Premier League run in with the Carabao Cup success at Wembley. Now, if we look at the way things are, O'Reilly, the match winner against Arsenal with 2 goals, believes it will increase the pressure on the league leaders as they try to secure the first title in more than 20 years. But now looking at the reaction coming from Arteta, where he believes that the boys can be better. Forget about the loss of the FL Cup. Now focus on all the trophies.
Well, very sad, very hard one to take, especially for our players and our supporters, because we know how much it means to them and how much we want it, and the fact that we haven't managed to deliver that obviously is disappointing and sad, and it leaves you a really bad taste. I understand that, but I have to do what I feel is right, which is honest and which is fair, and I think we have an outstanding keeper on Kepa. He's played all the competition, and I think it would have been very, very unfair for him and for the team to do something different. In the last 8 months, it's been incredible, and we're going to use this disappointment and this fire in the belly to have the most amazing 2 months that we have ever together. And that's on us, and we'll manage that energy in the right way. Now we have to go through that pain and disappointment, and it's normal, and it's part of football. Or a draw, if that's the consequences, you're not prepared to play 70 games, because it's something that it will happen at some point. So we haven't allowed that to happen. We have to prove it. We have to do it again. The good thing is that we have a very recent history, how this team had reacted in those moments, and I'm sure that we're going to do it again.
Mikel Arteta, Arsenal manager there. Now let's talk about Igor Tudor. This is not a good time for Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, Tottenham have offered the club's condolences to Igor Tudor and his family after confirming the death of the head coach's father. Tudor was unable to fulfill his media commitments after Spurs' damaging 3-0 home defeat to relegation rivals Nottingham Forest due to a bereavement to an immediate family member. It meant Tottenham assistant Bruno Salter stepped in, and the Spaniard declined to give away any details on Tudor's family issues. Now, Tottenham and Tudor's former club, Juventus, announced today that 47-year-old was grieving the death of his father. Our condolences. Yeah. All right, now moving away from that, let's talk about Jude Bellingham on the show this evening. We move straight to Spain. Well, Jude Bellingham admitted he was very sad for a long time as he worked to recover from a hamstring injury following his Real Madrid return and the team's 3-2 La Liga win over Atletico Madrid on Sunday. The midfielder was introduced as a second-half substitute in a dramatic derby clash at the Bernabeu, making his first appearance since February 1, and has been called up by Thomas Tuchel to the England squad for his international break. Now, injuries have restricted Bellingham to just 15 starts in La Liga this season as he first recovered from summer shoulder surgery, which kept him out until mid-September, and then picked up a thigh problem 10 minutes into the league game with Rayo Vallecano last month. Here are the results of games decided over the weekend in Spain.
Spanish La Liga entered day 29 over the weekend with 10-man Real Madrid aiding Atletico Madrid 3-2.
Oh, and there is Lookman, who made the goal and finished the goal. Ademola Lookman giving Atletico Madrid the lead. It's a brilliant move. Over there again. Brahim twisting, turning and going down and winning a penalty.
Huge pressure on Vinicius at this moment in the game.
He has never scored in La Liga against Atletico. He has now, sending Musso the wrong way. Which is pretty extraordinary for any game, let alone a Madrid derby. And here's Valverde's through! Atletico Madrid shooting themselves in the foot again. Fede Valverde taking full advantage. Two coming back from injury and perhaps rushed back a little bit as Molina lines up a shot! A rocket from Nahuel Molina! That is an extraordinary hit from the Argentine. And he's found Vinicius. And Vinicius will take the shot on! And he will find the back of the net with a beautiful strike. It was a terrific pass from Trent.
Arbeloa's team in difficult circumstances.
Indeed it is Real Madrid.
Athletic Bilbao defeated Real Betis 2-1 as Alaves defeated Celta Vigo 4-3, while Barcelona were run-away winners over Rayo Vallecano in a 1-0 scoreline. Sevilla lost 0-2 against visiting Valencia. Levante defeated Real Oviedo 4-2. Osasuna edged Girona 1-0 as Espanyol lost 1-2 against Getafe. Elche pipped Mallorca 2-1, and Villarreal were 3-1 winners over Real Sociedad.
What results of the Spanish La Liga? We're going to break, and when we come back, we talk about football stories. Joe Boy, Wizard Chan, Queen Maddie, loves it crazy. I'm crazy about football. What about you?
Find your way to me, let us make it worth the while we living, yeah. Tell the north, the south, the west, and the east. Set your compass right, girl, come back to me. Let us make it worth the while we living, yeah. Girl, I go there for a while. I keep waiting for the time. Girl, I'm lovesick crazy. I will never love again. Girl, you should try. You should hit me on my line. I keep waiting for the time. Girl, I'm lovesick crazy. I will never love again.
I know they repeating my own chorus. You no get anywhere you want go, cause you belong nowhere but with me, you know. And that is beyond my control. I lose my soul anytime I picture life without you. And I don't send anybody we go try come in between us. Ooh, and I go love you till the morning comes up. I love you with no lies, but no one else above you, no one else on my mind. Without you I feel fine. And even if you do me dirty, I go comply. I know you want the best for me still. I know that I see that I will in the past. Me and you are forever inside and it's
I know you got the man house to love you. You're my queen and I'll be your king too. My dear, my dear, my girl. I really hope you call me soon. I hope you miss me as I do. My girl, my girl. I go there for a while. I keep waiting for the time. Girl, I'm love sick crazy. I would never love again. But you should try. You should hit me on my line. I keep waiting for the time. Girl, I'm love sick crazy. I would never love again. Love again. I will never love again. Never, never love again.
Well, nothing stops me from loving football, and nothing stops me from updating you where you are at the moment. If you're driving around the city of Ibadan, big challenge, Akpete. Maybe it's for some of you who are also taking that drive around Felele. For some who are also using Okiado way, Molete way. But hey, I have to take you around the German Bundesliga way. Was a fantastic outing in the German Bundesliga, same as the Italian Serie A. But first, we look at other results of games in the German Bundesliga.
Attacking now, and Mika Brosis beating Svensson comprehensively, and there is the goal scored by Filippo Telli for Hamburg. And then Bellingham swept up, and here they come again, that quick ball win, and Lokonga! And Borussia Dortmund, who've had the problems in this game, need this one to go in, and it does! Chukwuemeka. Rierson, Girassi, and Hoyer Fernandez, and again, and is it going to go over the line? It does, and that has been given as a goal. Has been Mr. Perfect from the spot in the Bundesliga. Rami Bensebaini one more time, and how important could that be?
Well, Borussia Dortmund are having a comeback against the Hamburger SV 3-2. But looking at all the results of games decided in the German Bundesliga at a match day 27. Stuttgart defeated Augsburg 5-2. St. Pauli lost 1-2 against Freiburg. Mainz defeated Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1. For table toppers, Bayern Munich defeated Union Berlin 4-0. It was a whitewash. And 10-man FC Köln played out a 3-3 draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Heidenheim and Bayer Leverkusen played out a 3-3 draw as 10-man Wolfsburg lost 1-0 against Werder Bremen. RB Leipzig whitewashed Hoffenheim 5-0. Well, looking at the table in the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich maintains number one on the Bundesliga log with 70 points from 27 games, winning 22, drawing 4, losing 1, scoring 97, and conceding 25 this season. Borussia Dortmund is second with 61 points from 27 matches, winning 18, drawing 7, losing 2, scoring 58, and conceding 28. Looking at teams in the relegation zone, St. Pauli, we're going for a relegation playoff. That is if the season ends today. But Wolfsburg is the 17th on the NPFL on the German Bundesliga log with 21 points, while Heidenheim looks like a team that is returning 2, the Bundesliga 2, with 15 points from 27 matches. Now, moving away from that, let's go straight to the Italian CDR. In the Italian Serie A, it was Cesc Fabregas Como that were highest goal-scoring team in the match day 30, scoring 5 unreplied goals against Pisa. For other matches, AS Roma defeated Lecce 1-0 Atletico Madrid. Atlanta, beg your pardon, defeated Verona, same 1-0 scoreline as Fiorentina. Inter Milan played out a 1-1 draw. Juventus Sassuolo played out a 1-1 draw as well, while AC Milan defeated Torino 3-2. Parma lost 0-2 against Cremonese, while Udinese defeated Genoa on the road 2-0. Napoli recorded a 1-0 victory over Cagliari in that match day 30 round of fixtures, while Inter Milan still maintains the number 1 spot on the Italian Serie A long with 69 points from 30 matches during the games back-to-back. AC Milan with 63 points from 30 matches, while 6 huge point difference between the two Milan sides. Well, for teams battling relegation, Lecce with 27 points, Verona 19th with 18 points, tied with Pisa, who are with 18 points, respectively 19-20. Now, moving away from Italy, let's go straight to transfer window. So someone is leaving Spain for the MLS, and updates we are getting is that Antoine Griezmann is set to sign a 2-year deal, including an additional 1-year option with Orlando City SC. The Atletico Madrid striker left for Orlando on Sunday night after his team's 3-2 derby loss to Real Madrid to finalize the move. Now, Griezmann will remain with Atletico Madrid until the end of the season, which still includes a Champions League quarter-final tie with La Liga side Barcelona and Copa del Rey final against Real Sociedad. He must be able to win something. I know. But a former France star who was on 2018 World Cup winning team retired from international duty in 2024. Maybe man is going for pension. Well, updates we are getting is that Newcastle United defender Sven Botman is hoping to return before the end of the season after undergoing surgery and a fascial fracture. The centre-back had to be taken off after 54 minutes in Sunday's 2-1 Tanneware Derby defeat to Sunderland. All right. As we wrap up the show, we're getting update that Manchester United are looking for a new left-back with Arsenal's Lewis Skelly among the targets, plus cooled Bernardo Silva join Barcelona next season. But let me just leave the show right now. I'll be back tomorrow morning on the Kickoff Sports Show by 9 o'clock. But shout out to Gold. Shout out to Yetunde behind the results of games in English Premier League and La Liga. Here is Bona Boy. Sporty for everybody. Get sporty. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. Like we always say, keep doing sports and stay safe.
The African giants are awake.